Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Swati Tandon. I am an ENT specialist practicing in Sarita Vihar. Today I am going to talk about a very common clinical problem, chronic sinusitis. Sinusitis, as we know, is inflammation of the paranasal sinuses. Now these paranasal sinuses are present all around our nose. They are meant for the aeration of the nose and as well as they give a resonance to our voice. They make our skull light. They are filled with air normally and are lined by a lining which is the same as the nasal lining, which is the ciliated columnar epithelium. Now the function of these sinuses are to drain all the secretions, keep the nose moist, and the secretions by the natural way go into our posterior part of the nasal cavity, which is called as nasopharynx, and then it goes into our throat and then we swallow it. This is a normally seen phenomena in all the individuals. Now when sometimes these sinuses they become blocked, their openings become blocked. Now there could be many causes for the sinuses to become blocked. Now this could be because of the allergies, like if somebody is having an allergy to dust or some pollens or a dog's pets, then they have increased inflammation in their nose, and the inflammatory mediators they cause increased secretions, and due to which the sinuses are filled with these secretions, and these are thick secretions, so it's difficult to clear them through the nose, and patients have symptoms of sinusitis. The second cause could be the anatomical obstruction in the nose. Sometimes some patients have deviated nasal septum, when the septum which is in the midline is usually straight. Now if it is deviated to the right or the left, then it blocks the opening of the sinuses, and in this way the sinuses become filled with secretions, and then there is inflammation of the sinuses and we call it as sinusitis. Nowadays air pollution and smoke are also contributing because they are affecting the ciliary activity. The cilia which are present in the respiratory epithelium are affected, their activity is affected, and that's why the secretions are not able to get drained and they become impacted in the sinuses, they become collected in the sinuses and they give rise to sinusitis. And sometimes there could be some diseases like cystic fibrosis, which are genetic causes, where the secretions are thick and are not able to get cleared, and there is defective ciliary movement, and due to which the secretions become impacted in the sinuses. Now the symptoms which are commonly seen are most commonly the nasal discharge, which could be mucoid, usually whitish color, or if it becomes infected then it becomes yellow colored or purulent. The second most common symptom is the nasal obstruction. Patients feel choked noise, blocked nose, they have difficulty in sleeping at nights. And thirdly, we see post-nasal drip. Now what is post-nasal drip? Post-nasal drip is when the secretions when the sinuses which are posterior, like sphenoid sinuses, they are affected, then the secretions they go back in the throat, and patient has a constant irritation or a feeling to clear the throat, which is a constant hawking sensation patient wants to clear the throat, which is called as post-nasal drip, which on examination, when we examine the throat, we can see the mucus discharge adhering the posterior pharyngeal wall. Now sometimes the patient might also have a decreased sense of smell or taste, because sinusitis can also cause, there could be associated polyps in the nose, and if they fill the nose, then the olfactory receptors are located on the topmost portion of our nose. So the air doesn't go inside because of the polyps, because of the inflammation of the sinuses, and that's why the smell is affected. And when our smell is affected, the taste is also affected. So it can also lead to altered sense of smell and taste. Also, it can also lead to headache and facial pains. Now these sinuses, there are four major group of sinuses. These are frontal sinuses in our forehead, maxillary sinuses in our cheek, ethmoid sinuses near our eye, and sphenoid sinuses behind, which we cannot see. So if there is inflammation in these sinuses, we can have pains in our cheeks or in our headache. We can have headaches. Now these headaches are very peculiar because when patient gets up in the morning, then he has severe headache, and as the day passes the headache also improves, because when the patient gets up from the bed, because of the gravity the secretions also starts to drain. So if you have morning headaches, then these are quite indication of sinusitis. So these are all the symptoms of common symptoms of sinusitis. So sinusitis is a very common problem and it's a completely manageable problem medically in most of the cases. So don't hesitate to see your ENT specialist if you suffer from any of these symptoms. Thank you.